I'm also teaching him, like, no, it's not because I don't love you, or it's not because I don't care about you, or it's not because I want to hurt you. I'm telling you no because it's not the right thing for the situation right now.
Mhm.
So, things like that. So I'm able to help him kind of like manage his emotions a little bit better.
Hello, beautiful soul sparklers. I'm Darci Legg, and welcome to Darci's Mindful Magic. This segment is called Tasty Parents Perspective. This is a show where parents lovingly discuss how to support their sensitive, empathic children, making each day better. I am more than thrilled to have Ellie with me sharing her wisdom. Ellie, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy, busy day to interview with me.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
For those of you who have not had the pleasure of meeting Ellie before, she's going to give you a little taste of her background.
So, like you heard, my name is Ellie, and it's short for Elizabeth. My full name is Elizabeth. And my background is that I have been working on learning how to coach, and I'm actually starting a new program, and it's called the Christian Psyche Restoration Center. It's located in Lynn, Massachusetts, and the purpose for it is to help people, come out, restore their minds, and to restore the lives to the lives that were meant for them. And aside from that, I'm also a single mother, and I work a full-time job as a project manager for a wonderful company.
Thank you. Let's get right into the questions if you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Please share with us what you love most about being a mother.
What I love most about being a mom
Mhm.
is, everything that I can actually offer to him. He's 9 years old. His name is Joel. And I feel like that's what I wanted. I wanted my child, and the person who he is everything I ever wanted. And I'm so excited to give him the guidance that I always wanted to give. I don't know. It was just something that I wanted to do for my child whenever I had it. And I feel like I'm able to do that. Like I am able to give him.
What are a few things that you're able to give him that you didn't have growing up?
Well, I'm able to give him talk, like communication. That's something I was never given. I'm able to give him guidance. That's another thing that I didn't get as a child growing up. And I teach him how to actually manage his emotions as well.
Nice. All children are born these days sensitive or empathic, some more than others.
Right.
So, what tools or tips as a mother have you found most helpful for your loved one?
So I've been it hasn't been an easy ride for me, to be honest with you, because I am also learning how to do these things myself, because I'm also highly empathic. So every time I learn something new, I'm able to give it to him. And like, for example, like many times my son, when I tell him no, he takes it as a full-on rejection. Like he takes it very personal. He thinks that he's a bad person because I say no and all these things. And that's actually something that I have recently come out of, like, for the past year. So I'm also teaching him, like, no, it's not because I don't love you, or it's not because I don't care about you, or it's not because I want to hurt you. I'm telling you no because it's not the right thing for the situation right now.
Mhm.
So, things like that. So I'm able to help him kind of like manage his emotions a little bit better.
Perfect. That's great. And that's something he could use later in life too. So, another question I have: what is one happy hack that every parent should know about raising children?
A happy hack.
Mhm.
I think that one of the happy hacks that I give my son is actually the ability of being free with his expression. I think that many times, and I saw this in my own life, where as a child I didn't really have like a voice and things like that, and I was never really heard. And I feel like I give that to him, and then like he feels relaxed that he's able to talk, because he loves talking. Like my son will talk to me the entire day. Like, for real, he'll talk to me the entire day. So if your child is a talker, like, it's very good to give them that attention, because they do need that, but also give them the boundaries and let them understand, that not every single moment of the day is meant for talking.
Say we would get along very, very well then. Oh, oh, that's so nice that you're allowing him to have a voice and express it, because I feel like my generation was so stifled. You were to be seen and not heard when
Right.
we grew up.
Yeah, and yeah, there's a lot of parents that still actually think that way. And when they see my son express himself the way he does, they get very surprised.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, oh my God, like, they're not used to it. And they sometimes some parents will take it like as a manner of disrespect. And I'm like, no, because he's just expressing himself, and it's not like he's doing anything to try to hurt my feelings. That's the boundary, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, just let him be free.
Wonderful. Is there anything that came up for you that you would like to share before we go today?
Well, yeah, something that I think will help maybe like single mothers, if they're listening to this, is to really like there's a lot of pressure in being such a great mom, and being a mom a certain way. And I just feel like being a parent, especially to sensitive kids, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do it a certain way just because that's what the society is telling you, or things like that. Things of that nature. Even in the reading, I remember when I was learning how to do a lot of the parenting, like I would read so many articles and all these things, and all of these expectations that were expected out of me as a parent. I used to feel like, oh my God, so much pressure. And then I didn't practice a lot of it because I didn't need to. I just let a lot of, like our communication and interaction with each other do that instead. I did implement a few things here and there when it came up, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I have to be this way, I have to be that way, or this other way. Being flexible is very important.
Yes. So what I'm hearing is you pretty much figured out what works best for you and you went with it instead of going and how everybody else expected you to parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So usually I like to end with a favorite quote, a mantra, saying, prayer, or meditation. What
Okay.
is your favorite?
My favorite
Mm-hmm.
is to be thankful. I think is usually the thing that's my go-to. Like when things are not going right, when things seem to be going very south, what picks me up is to remind myself how thankful, and be thankful for everything else that is actually going right. Because there's so much more going right than what is going wrong.
So do you have a mantra that you say to yourself as far as being
Like a
thankful?
mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more like I get into this. I actually don't do a mantra. It's more like I remember the feeling of gratefulness.
Oh,
And yeah, and then what I do is like I just change into that feeling of gratefulness.
almost like a meditation then, a grateful meditation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more like, but I do it actually even when I'm like doing other things. Like
Mhm.
and like I don't have to sit down and actually quiet myself down or anything like that. Like I'm actually able to pull it up and do it as I go.
So
So
it's
that's
like
what I'm
you're
saying.
drawing the energy into you and then you're feeling the feeling of gratefulness and then you don't have to say a mantra. You are grateful. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. So Ellie, where can people contact you if they need to get in touch with you?
So right now I'm solely in my Facebook account. It's Elizabeth Irizarry. The last name is spelled Irizarry,
Mhm.
and you can contact me through that means. I'm going to be expanding eventually to YouTube and to Instagram, but for now you can find me through Facebook.
Perfect. Thank you. So I will leave that down below. If you want to contact her, you're all welcome to contact her. Thank you so much for offering us your wisdom on parenting and what works best for you. For the rest of you watching, thank you for your attention. If you have a sensitive or empathic child and you have a special tool that you use with them and like to share it with the world, let us know in the description down below. Otherwise, until next time, keep on sparkling.